taking them and beyond over onto Nuke. And this one should be interesting because both teams do play it quite a bit. Ooh, I love this little intro here. That looks so sick. That'd be so cool if you know, because like in StarCraft, you could like get custom things added to the game, like on the ground or like on the billboards. I'd love to see that in game as well here for CS.
Yeah, we're abandoned, really, aren't we? We're like the unloved child, yeah, of Valve, unfortunately.
CS International win.
Maybe soon, with the way things are going, they're gonna have to change the major system, or maybe they will. I like the RMR thing. I think it works really well. It's just been a hell of a task to wrap your head around. What we can wrap around, though, is outside. That's exactly what Tiger are doing as they make their way into heaven. Dobu with the opening frag, and on the back of that, they slow the pace, waiting for the CTs to go back in for a bit of a retake. And Olivia retakes some control by taking down 9, posting Mayrolls in a sneaky angle in hell that they haven't spotted him get into. So he can hold the control towards heaven, where there's already players, and they can come up through outside, obviously. But he can hold the ladder at least, and hopefully catch a player off guard when they do start to make a move. And with 40 seconds left, that is going to have to be pretty soon. They're very spread out on the T side.
Trying to hold as much as they can to look for any aggressive plays, especially to retake the CT side of outer. And oh, Eric Cassie's going to fall, trying to take T lobby back. 2 players now inside of hut. And this is going to be tough. I mean, it's going to be a 3-on-4 playing towards the upper bomb site. Dobu, though, at least able to give them control of heaven, and Myros is going to fall. And maybe actually might be very realistic to maintain this one. There's a player directly on top of hut who can just take STK down the second he pushes out. Ball is just going to be waiting. And coming out of Squeaky as well, and STK, yeah, he's already been shotted up, but he does see the feet of the player above him, but it doesn't seem to matter. NCL is going to get the kill onto him. Olivia, he's now going to be in heaven, and it comes down to Cabal. Olivia drops in towards side. Cabal needs his first kill. He gets it with the P250. He's got one more player to find. Olivia just runs him down and runs him over, and then we'll be on taking the pistol.
3k out from Olivia, hell of a round from him. It was retaking control in towards hell that really slowed Tiger down, and after that, hitting all his shots. As we come into round number 2, Tiger have got the bomb plant, though, and that is a bit of a problem. They can go in for a force buy if they want to. Dropping over 2 AKs is quite common in this situation, and then taking pistols. You can see already 1 to Urcast, and that's going to be it. Just the 1 dropped over. It's understandable as well. Then at least you've got 4 players with the full Kevlar. Of course, when you're up against the majority SMGs in a round like this, or even worst case scenario, it's going to be a lot of FAMAS in play. By the way, Jason, I don't think I've ever told you, FAMAS is the plural of FAMAS. Oh, Olivia, a nade kill, a headshot through the smoke, and that was onto Dobu, who had got Kevlar and a helmet. That's an unfortunate start for the force buy of Tiger. Oh my god, and a very unfortunate end as well. God damn.
I'm more tilted that you drop that bomb on me and then change the subject before I even have a chance to say anything.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? It sounds weird, like they've got a lot of FAMAS. I googled it. I'll Google it again for you. Plural of FAMAS. The plural of FAMAS is FAMAS. That's from GameFAQs, GameSpot.
I don't trust that.
Alright, let me find it.
If it's not Webster's dictionary, then I don't believe it.
I don't know if Webster's dictionary
GameFAQs probably says aluminum isn't a real word. Or color.
Aluminum. What, a color?
Okay, the way we spell it.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you were saying that aluminium was a color. It's like, Jason, I don't think you know what aluminium is.
It's aluminum. You almost had me say it. It's aluminum colored. Well, now with just the Deagle's bot up here, we haven't seen quite this success today over the last few days that we've had to happen. I mean, again, there was 5 Deagles, so probably not going to win it. Our track record proves right. And they're just going to rush them down and... yeah, good start. I mean, it's kind of a shame for Tiger because taking the pistol round, I feel like on Nuke is so important on T side because it really gets you those couple of rounds early on that you're going to need. But we're going to see the bot come back in for Tiger yet again, so not too big of a deal. AK's back up in their hands. On the other side, we still have well, 1 SMG, a Galil, FAMAS. Do you say FAMAS or FAMAS?
FAMAS. But it's actually... I
say FAMAS normally.
Here's the explanation.
Me.
So FAMAS is actually not even a name. So it's not like, lots of Jasons. It's an abbreviation of Fusil d'assaut de la manufacture d'armes. So it's a full name, which is then abbreviated into FAMAS, so you can't pluralize it.
What?
You can't pluralize an abbreviation.
Oh my god, that's insane.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh well, okay, never mind. Now you lost me. I thought you were confident in that. Now you're like, I think.
Well, I think that's a general rule, but it's certainly a rule. And this is an acronym, so you just say
Good to know.
FAMAS. There you go.
Okay, cool. Today I learned.
It does sound very weird though. Whenever you're like, oh, they've got 4 FAMAS. People are like, where's the is? Where's his mic cut out? What's happening?
Oh. Well, Olivia's head cut out there as 9 just takes it clean off. Again, early kills going in the way of Tiger and playing it slow. So make sure they lock this round down cleanly, which is going to be very important knowing they're going to be up against a buy. The flashbang is perfect out of Dobu. Not a chance for STK. Even Urkes might catch the push on towards lobby. Yeah, he drops down directly into the first. Maybe not going to expect a second, but it doesn't seem to matter. That is such a clean round here for Tiger.
Jason, I missed a bit of the name. It's Dassault de le Manufacture d'Armes de Saint-Etienne, I think. It means the assault rifle of Saint-Etienne Weapon Factory. And that's how they named it. What is it? An assault rifle. Where does it come from? Saint-Etienne. Yeah, well then it's the assault rifle of Saint-Etienne. Let's call it that. There we go. We're all learning things today. Now I'm curious about the origins of every weapon. Like,
yeah, right.
Why is an AWP called that, or like an M4A1?
What's it called a Kalashnikov?
I think that's
AK-47. It's the maker, but why is it an AK-47? I don't remember what the A stands for. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Not right now. We'll look it up later. Wait, say it again. Oh, so it's like automatic Kalashnikov. So is there a thing as a K-47? Just, you know, it's not automatic? So many questions now.
Yeah, so
I'm in the mood to learn.
It's an automatic Kalashnikov, and it was made in 1947.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
There you go. They're always underwhelming in a way, but also interesting.
Right? It's nothing complex reasoning for the name. It's just, yeah, years were made and where it was made.
And who made it. That's it.
Well, for Tiger here, they have lost out on quite a few players. NCL the last alive against 4, and we saw a lot more presence out of Beyond this time to eliminate his outside control. And we didn't even see the wall of smokes, I believe, out of Tiger in that round. Leaving it all up to NCL, and, well, not much money behind this, unfortunately, for them. It would have been nice to win this round because they probably would have had a third off the back of that, considering we see 2.2K, the most money on the side for Beyond. NCL now, I mean, obviously wants to win the round, but just trying to focus on maybe getting some kills, and that will be it. Only losing 1 player for Beyond. They helped stabilize their economy. They're still going to have to do it yet again here up against Tiger.
You see, the thing, we've talked about this a couple of times, the T side on Nuke, and it can be a place that you need to warm up to. I always like to use the analogy of a pressure cooker or an oven. You know, you gotta get it warmed up. It takes a little while.
Of course, it's food related.
It has to be, Jason. It has to be. Now I'm actually literally this second I've become very hungry. I've thought of pizza. I know what I'm doing during the break, but when we look at Tiger on the T side, it becomes about learning how your opponents are playing these buy rounds. So far, they've faced off against 2. And they've got to really get to grips with what they're against. Then they can come into counter-stratting and figure out exactly where they want to move. For now, I mean, it is a very standard hold by Beyond. They're not doing anything too crazy. QQ sitting down towards outside. I think he's actually in secret, and we've seen him there with the SMG before, coming up and doing some damage. Cabal's being lit up by that very player, so they know he's down there. At this point, I think QQ's going to have to change strategy coming into the next round because it's going to be very predictable where he's playing. It's 2 out of 3 of the last rounds that he's come up through secret like that. The fast play in towards the ramp, May Rolls is forced off and immediately. I like the smoke down, actually. That's going to block off a lot of sight. He can stick around much more aggressively without being challenged from top ramp, but instead just uses it as a time-buying device. It delays them a little bit so his teammates can rotate down and assist on this hold, but he's just being spotted. I thought. Evidently not.
I thought so as well. At least we'll get the 1 kill before falling. Turret of that smoke has bought some time. QQ could be rotating in, maybe looking to spray down the planter, and unfortunately it's not in the direction I thought it was going to be at. It's now after plant. 2 flashbangs left here for the T side of Tiger, and a lot of utility left for Beyond. And a lot of it comes down to whether or not they're going to hit their shots. And Olivia, who was so big in the round before, gets caught in the rotate out of Cabal. Will fall. The op is down and puts things now down to a 3-on-3.
Wow, QQ through the floor, taking down 9. Dobu shouldn't be long for this world. It's all on Urcast, and he wasn't able to watch all the angles. Beyond get back in there with an impressive retake and put it up now 5-1. AWP also saved over, so that's a money saver for them. And this is the first round they've lost a lot of players whilst winning, so you can see their economy is stacked up pretty decently as well. And gaining control over their economy on the CT side really is a win condition for Beyond. Now that they've got that ticked at least a little bit, hopefully they'll be able to extend it more. The problem is conceding the bomb plant plus the loss bonus for Tiger leaves them in a position where they're easily able to buy up. They are lacking utility though, and that's worth note. With just 3 smokes in play, they're not going to be able to play a very fake heavy T side in this round.
We haven't really seen that bombardment in towards lower either. I was maybe expecting to see, I mean, still only 7 rounds in, for the standard, you know, vent play. Get down towards lower, force the utility out of Beyond to prevent you from going there. And well, Dobu and Cabal will be able to get 2 kills off the bat. Olivia's going to respawn though, so help keep things equalized. Bomb's going to go down towards upper, and again, Dobu. Cabal before catches Olivia off, looking the wrong direction. Leaves everything on 9 though. Incendiary forced in. He's his first kill, but he can't quite find it on the QQ, and it's gonna be another round yet again, but an expensive round nonetheless for Beyond.
Not definitely an expensive one. It's put a lot of money out of their bank accounts. I liked Dobu's play. So he found the kill outside, then he started to move in towards the garage or the container just outside garage and waited for someone on Heaven to make a mistake. I think he was red anyways, under 20 HP. So the fact that he managed to pull a kill off before being traded was just fine, but unfortunately the players on the site not able to do the same. And as we go 6-1, Tiger again pulling out the buy. That was a much faster round. They blitzed outside on top of the roof, dropped down, and were straight into main very, very quickly. Caught Beyond off guard. Caught Beyond off guard a little bit. And this time it looks like they're going to be focused a little bit more so towards outside.
Olivia's been on quite a roll, 12 kills in these 7 rounds. Cindy are going to come in, unfortunately going to be extinguished off the bat. The op shot's not going to connect. They're going to leave Aircast alone on outside, and I like this. Bad nade on a Dobu. 54 damage done. QQ up close, and I'm not going to expect him this close. He's getting himself 2 kills before he falls to Cabal, and well, the bomb might be planted, but he's been able to do the damage. And look at that, just instantly, Cabal gets a quick double kill. I'm not even sure he gets that shot on my rolls, but him and QQ falling. Olivia, who does that? Who just pushes up like that?
No, Cabal. He's taken down Olivia, tucked in the corner now, and he can allow Urcast to try and get a little bit more of this damage done. And Cabal's being the one pulling the round completely off. STK, though, deals with him, and it's all onto Urcast. A quick trade as KNDZ falls, and he knows that SDK is up close. He heard the steps, hears him go down towards the bomb. 13 seconds left, but it's a 5-second defuse. He's just sticking it. Urcast needs to move, and he gets in there in time, shuts it down, and puts a second on the board for Tiger. They've kept all of these rounds so close as well when it came into the buy rounds. The most Beyond have been surviving with in the last 3 now, has been 2 players. So good work done.
Tiger can win this round. I think they should be able to break the economy out of Beyond. They've only been able to put 2 on the board so far, so I'm not really convinced necessarily they can do it. However, look at the utility that Beyond doesn't have is maybe a good sign. Olivia no longer on the AWP. They only have 1 incendiary to stop an aggressive play from coming through. And 9, he's now going to have the little bit of a boost up towards outer here, looking for maybe QQ getting aggressive yet again in towards secret.
You know, you remember the old economy system? You can see why we call this one, like, we always talk about how it's much more forgiving. You can see teams making the comebacks. Right now, if Tiger were, if this was 2 years ago, with the map as it is, if they were to lose this round, they'd have no money. The lost bonus would be reset, and they'd be screwed. And so it really punished your T side. You had to be so good to get those rounds on the board. If you're rocking around, if you walked in the next half with 6, oh, that's amazing. You know, you'd be doing fantastic. But now it's like, oh, they got 7 rounds T side. Okay, it's reasonable. It's good,
I mean,
but it's not the worst in the world for the CT side.
Sometimes teams would just let you win a round practically just to
Yeah.
bankrupt you, right?
Just to wreck you. It's
I mean,
something that we don't see anymore. I prefer it the way it was because I think it really makes you strive for perfection. You make a mistake, you are punished for it so heavily, and it makes a good T side much more exciting.
Yeah, I mean, making games closer just for the sake of them being closer is kind of frustrating. I'd rather see almost one team just dominate another team. Like, you don't really see that happen anymore these days.
Yeah, it's like
I think that's why.
participation medals almost.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I wonder, has Valve ever talked about it, like in depth, why they want the game to go that way?
I don't think
we'll put a pin in that right now. Okay.
Oh,
we see the push come
here we
through.
go.
Dobu. He catches him perfectly. 3 quick kills. Olivia's eventually going to be responding, but that's going to be it. Only 1 kill for him, and that's going to be Tiger taking the round with 4 players left alive. The timing to catch them, just trying to set up to go for the retake, was fantastic, and even a little bit of a cheeky knife coming on to 9, but that's going to be Tiger's 3rd.
And he's just 3-man sprayed them down with a Galil while running. That is, that's one way to win a round. My God, look at this. Around the corner he goes, the first, the second, and then just stands and sprays for the 3rd. Absolutely gorgeous.
Not even a flashbang for that either.
No.
He just kind of ran in.
Just a lunatic, man. Well, that puts him up to 7 kills. 3 on the board now for Tiger. They're feeling good. And okay, they didn't make the mistakes. They didn't face what would have been a reset all those years ago, back with the good old system. Smokes down on the cross, and this is what we talked about, where you'll see Oppers have a bit of a rougher time versus the mistakes that were made on Mirage. As soon as you see those smokes go down, you're all of a sudden forced to play probably down towards the ramp. Can't really go into vents or anything like that.
How fast they're taking this, by the way. I mean, they know they're up against pistols in the 1M4, but they haven't stopped holding W pretty much. They're gonna get the kill into Olivia, who had the M4. STK is gonna pick it up and get a kill, but he has no armor. And Myral's gonna get a kill as well into NCL, so a little bit of an expensive round now coming through. Potentially even more expensive if STK can get another kill, and 9's gonna connect, however. It's actually gonna get both those kills. Was that a collateral, or am I just... Okay, no, it wasn't collateral.
No.
Sometimes I get messed up with the kill feed in my head. I still see kills up there. I'm like, oh my God, he got 2 kills.
So from what I've seen as well so far, PGL have done something. I don't know exactly how it works because I'm a noob when it comes to the configs and stuff, but I think the kill feed stays for a little bit longer than it would if you're like just on a normal Go TV. Obviously it makes it much easier to keep track of what's going on, but it does catch me off occasionally where I'm like, wait, did he just get 3 kills? Like, no. Those are still the old ones. Okay.
When I said someone got a double cut earlier on, I was like, wait a minute. Actually, I think it was QQ. I was like, no, that was on the QQ. I was like, no, he died, and then a couple seconds later. But I like it because it keeps information of how the story's progressing in the round. Speaking of story, QQQ, he's going to be the one to fall. Sitting that kill feed for a little bit of time. Cabal gets caught throwing a Molotov. Good damage done to KNTZ from it. And obviously, it has fallen, and Olivia looking to defend this upper side. He gets the kill, he gets away. But they're both on low HP here for the 2 CTs.
Yeah, 9 won't be able to benefit from that if he's using his ult, but you can see Tech 9 in hand. He clearly has an idea. I think the blood all over the vent kind of gives it away. These players are low. And as he's tucked up on the vent. Thing is as well, you don't want to use the op in his position. If you're opping, so imagine he's scoped in on Heaven and they come up through vents, he might not even see them, or it's going to be very hard to react. If he's got his Tech 9 out, at least it's much easier to make that reactive play. But from the looks of things, Beyond are making the right call. Considering that they've got 30 HP between them, it does not make sense to go for this. And you can see, like, they would have lost this round 100%. Maybe if 9 is using the off, they have a chance, but the Tech 9 out, that was GG as soon as they went up there. So at least they saved the rifles forward as well with an AK-47 in the hands of KNTZ. And that's really unfortunate because what I would define that round as if KNTZ actually hit the first shots. I don't know if we're going to see it here in the replay, but down in secret, KNTZ missed the shots, the initial shot when the player came around the corner, so Molotov was dropped, and that's how he found himself on 9 HP. If he had hit them, then all of a sudden he's on 100, and they can go for that retake.
Well, I do want to be fair to him. That would have been a ridiculously hard shot to hit. I think he just barely peeked around the corner, and he backed away to throw the Molotov down.
He did.
Yeah, definitely.
So he was trying to shoulder peek it for either vents or way down on the stairs, I think. But the But where KNTZ was, he'd actually full body peeked it. He came all the way around and went back. I think KNTZ was just caught off guard because he expected him to stand and take a fight, whereas the player had, I think, a molly in hand, so he wasn't ready to duel. It's just those things. Sometimes you can't predict the movement of your opponents. Like, you think they're peeking you, but in fact, they're just gathering information. They're not going to stick around.
That's why I say it's so hard to shoot people in the back sometimes, because you can't predict how they're going to move.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, completely blinded up. The spray comes through out of Aircast. Obviously, just against the saved weapons from the round before, KNTZ is going to have the AK. But it looks like Tiger might be able to equalize things at 6 apiece. Aircast gets dropped on. He's down to 3 health. Myros gets the kill on the NCL. So they do have ramp control. I'd almost like to see them swing it around towards heaven, actually. Mai just trying to hold on, and yeah, he'll be overrun by the Glock. 3-on-2 now, STK and QQ. This should be, I would assume this is going to be number 6, considering there's 4 players left to go, and Aircast might be on 3 HP, but sometimes that's all you need.
3 HP in a dream.
Oh no, I'm getting flashbacks.
Okay, luckily the player isn't there anymore. Swings through. Aircast is down to 3 health, enough for 1 kill at least. Looks like we're going to have a tech pause. One of the Beyond guys has had a little bit of an issue. Ah, no, he's back. KNTZ has returned. And has spent Nan money. Good lad.
Snan. Oh no, that is a... Yeah. I always wonder why that is the abbreviation. Or like not available number. Or is that how... No, that's not what it is. Not available number? That's not what Nan means, is it?
We're going into all the what's the meaning of this word today.
Did I just figure that out randomly? No.
That makes sense, yeah, but let me look it up.
No. We should cast. Well, we got half time. We're post match for that.
Oh, not a number. You were close. Tiger lost the opening duel. Dobu on 10 health as well, and the T-side are in a lot of trouble. For Beyond at the moment, with a 6-6 scoreline, they really need to be connecting these last 3 rounds and putting themselves in a decent position. We talked about it in this game when it was, what, 6-1? We said, you know, oh, the T-side on like 7 rounds, it's nowhere near. It doesn't mean anywhere near what it did before. And even though maps haven't changed, the T-side favor has, just because of that lack of economic punishment. I guess it goes hand in hand with the lack of CT punishment as well. But in this game, in this particular game, that wouldn't have mattered quite so much. It's only really if the CTs lose the pistol, win a buy, and then lose, that they get screwed over like that.
Did Cabal sneak his way out towards Seeker, or was there a wall of smokes? Because he's been able to just get super far up against the CT side. I mean, you can see no one's really looking in his direction either. He doesn't make any noise. Easy have pulled off a flank, but obviously not sure. Maybe just trying to cause a distraction towards lower while the rest of his teammates do look to push another site. 30 seconds left to go. Myro's under pressure. He's going to fall back in. And, well, this is the perfect time now for Cabal. He gets the first kill. He has a man towards... He's running past a guy! Oh, no. QQ opens the door. Gets the kill. Punishes him for it. NCL's going to follow up. But look at the HP. NCL and Dobu. 16 between the two.
Oh no, the timing as well. Just a second on. Oh, 5 seconds left. They can shut this down. No plant possible for Dobu. Surely he's sticking it around the back. He dodges the shot, but Olivia adjusts and connects it. Looked like it was a no scope, but in fact he quick scoped in and managed to find it. And so 7 to 6 we go. Beyond on the CT side. Just about clutching that round out. Problem is, allowing the bomb plant now gives Tiger, again, that little cash injection that they need. But a huge play by Olivia. If he doesn't hit that shot, the round doesn't go their way. Because then the T side can take advantage of their low health. They can play in these off angles, tuck in the back corners, and swing out together and catch Beyond by surprise. But instead, their positions are known because they have to rush in to plant the bomb.
Oh, thank God he didn't try to get the kill into the planter with a deagle, as we found out. From yesterday's game on Mirage.
I don't ever want to see that again.
Well, still Tiger have a chance. I mean, still have decent money. Like Dobu on 4,300. I think a bomb plant would be enough to solidify things. And you look at, you know, Beyond, and this is something we kind of questioned before. I mean, obviously SMGs work really well in close quarter combat, but they've kind of taken the hit, at least for QQ's sake, to buy up the utility they need. A little bit of an adaptation. They're kind of setting up for a peak. definitely taking their time here, and I think they'd be pretty confident coming to the CT side. I mean, if they get a 7th round on the board, even 6. I know we've seen some ridiculous halves on Nuke in these last few days.
"50 seconds left. Tiger need to make a move. They run right into KNTZ, but roll all over him. Dobu knows there's a player up above, but SDK, he's taking them all, drops all the way down for a 3rd, and this round is beyond. It's in the bag. 9 needs a 1v4, and the players were all around him. He did manage to Glock QQ in the midst of the madness, but it just doesn't matter. What a play by SDK, though. That was nuts.
Yeah, that saved the round. The fact that like the 2 players wrapped around in towards main, they get the initial kill on the KNTZ, but SDK's double kill shuts down that entire like pincer move, right? They can't come out hut, or they can't come out hut, but they won't have the support of the 2 players in towards main. Well done by him, and that might have guaranteed themselves potentially a 9th round, because look what they're up against. The MAC-10, the Galil, no utility for Aircast, half utility for Cabal. Done for Beyond to really bounce back. I mean, even after the first half score of 13-2 on Mirage against them, I was happy to see them take at least 9 rounds as they swapped over, really showing they're not giving up. And obviously coming into Nuke, 9-6 would be pretty good considering all things. But I do wonder how their T side's going to go, because that's where Tiger really shut things down in the first map.
I do feel like Beyond are going to be at least a little bit upset, though, having to bring it 9-6, considering how they started, like 6-1 up. They give the T side that much of a comeback. They lost 3 full buys that could have been theirs. Indeed, even the rounds they were winning, as we were saying, were pretty close there towards the 5th and 6th round. Good openings by Dobu. He's just found a double, still pretty much full health as well. QQ through the smoke. Luckily, that was a MAC-10 he was against, so he survives on 4 health. But his late game and ability won't really be there in these kind of fights. That spam is so good. 31 left, and I mean, this is where you would normally save, but they have to keep committing. QQ went out alone. STK falls, and KNTZ on his low health is the last alive. His head ripped off, and 7 rounds for Tiger. The exact scoreline we were talking about early. I didn't expect it to come through, but with those streak of rounds, they've managed to pull it off. That's pretty impressive.
That's been kind of like the going theme so far. I mean, we had an 8-7 on this map. We had a 9-6, and now another 8-7. So kind of pretty average from what we've seen before. I mean, technically 13-2 is almost average, considering what was it, the game that bled Dingo casting yesterday was 11-4 at every half. So let's see now. I mean, the T sides where they struggled on Mirage. T side yesterday is where they seem to exceed and to be successful on. They do have an incendiary for STK, and then Kevlar for the rest of the team. They're just going to walk out into our secret. Dobu's going to spot it out, though, so at least the information gain. Aircast takes down QQ, and even the Dink comes in onto Olivia. Pushing his head right up. A big advantage for Tiger already off the bat.
When I started playing CS, I used to think that Dink was just shooting someone, hitting them once, anywhere. Got in a lot of trouble with my friends. Yep. Then they'd hit him. They'd be like, I hit him 80. What do you mean?
I miss Goosh. Because I don't hear that term used often anymore.
Yeah, I gushed him up.
Where you headshot someone with no head armor.
Yeah. That was Olivia. I mean, he just got gushed.
No, gooshed.
No, gushed. In Ireland, we say gushed.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you call them gushers?
What the hell is that?
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second.
All right,
Nothing for you to look up later. And it's just going to be a big push through. KNTZ gets himself a quick double. NCL's trying to track him down. SDK is going to fall. And Olivia left alone in a 1-on-3. And, well, he's not going to have a chance.
Double
That would
gush.
be the pistol round, yeah. So, gushers. It's like a little candy snack. It's like a gummy, kind of. But on the inside of it, it's like a little bit of... It's not juice, but it's like a... How do I explain it? It's like a little liquid, but it's like thicker than juice than you would imagine.
Yeah,
and then you bite into it and like it comes out, and it's called gushers.
We have. Wait, are they hard or are they like jelly?
What, the outside?
The outside, yeah.
It's like a Starburst but softer.
Okay, yeah, we have. I think we have these, but with jelly on the outside. I've never seen them before though. I think they're one of those uniquely American things.
Oh, they're so good, but you can feel the diabetes when you
Mm. And nothing's better than Reese's. God, I love Reese's.
put them in the fridge before you eat them,
Oh, okay. Now
or
we're
in the
talking.
freezer.
That's a play. I'm gonna have to try
Yeah.
that. Haven't had them in like a year on that diet time, but this round actually deserves a little bit of respect. You know, Beyond have come in with the rifles. They're looking for the ranged fights. They're only up against a scout that you can see scoped in here. So 9 won't be able to get that easy one-shot. Mayrolls is holding for him peeking out, but he just waits. The patience pays off with a tag onto QQ, lighting him to 14 health. And as he eventually goes out a little bit wider, those players have already backed off. Now with 2 very, very low, this can still go Tiger's way. Those early engagements haven't paid off fully with the weaker weapons that they have in play. Oh, we need to go up faster. Okay, just about managed it around the corner. 9 going in for the no scopes. He's able to take STK, but Mayroll survives on full health. But they do know there's a player in heaven. They have that info to play around him with only 3 CTs remaining. Beyond, despite the low HP on QQ, have got a distinct advantage on that. Man advantage to play with. B's completely open as well. They could go down, but they don't know that.
Well, they're going to be going for it, so it's going to come down to a retake. At least the bomb plant would be nice here for KNTZ. They should be able to pull this off. This still will be a pretty hard retake, to be fair. I mean, close proximity to the MAC-10, you got the Glil, you got the AK, and you got KNTZ on full HP. They just don't really have any utility except the one flashbang to work off of. And there you go. There's the first coming through, and a spree onto the second. And KNTZ might have just won the round here for his team. Ball picks up the M4, but he's got 3 players to find. I don't really see this happening. The spray onto the first gets, and the second has he take down both players. Marlos, you cannot afford to miss shots like this. Olivia will save the round. That was way too close for comfort.
That was ridiculous as well, that Olivia doesn't swing out with his teammates immediately. I think they were on a little bit of a different page. He thought they were going to bait them out into pushing, but instead they were not. You can see,
I mean,
look,
I'm not even blaming Olivia. I'm blaming Myrals. Like, how do you miss? He wasn't even aiming at you, and he uses all of his bullets between the 2 players.
There was a good 2 or 3 seconds there though where Olivia needed to swing, and I think he just didn't know his teammate was still facing. Also didn't have the communication on the wide swing in the first place. So that was a very individual round when it came down to the end. I know Olivia, he's a good player. The comms definitely weren't there for him. Urcast on the flank through the smoke. He's biding his time. Olivia was watching it, but just as he turns away, Urcast continues forward. The battle going down below, all in the favor of the CT side, and they don't know about Urcast, who's still shifting up behind. But look at this, change of direction. Sorry, Urcast, you're not getting the benefit of the flank. Molly down in the vent, the plan for A, the retake, but lots of rifles there to be retrieved now. For a very weak buy, they only had pistols for the most part. Tiger can actually come back into this with AKs on the retake.
I still don't know where Aircast is going to be. Olivia's going to be cleaning out the lobby, and KNTZ is going to spot out 9, but he can't quite get the kill. Smokes and eventually Fade and Time is going to take away the kit. It's just not going to be there for the CT side. Aircast is going to fall. The AK's now out of their hands, and what looks so good is unfortunately not going to work out here for Tiger, and Olivia gets himself a double kill at the end to save the round. Again.
I think Olivia might be going clay pigeon shooting in his spare time. He actually headshot NCL there on the drop down midair. And it was also a transfer. Oh, we're going to get to see it from his perspective. Woo! There's the headshot and the spray down for a second. Beautiful. And so 10-8 we roll. Beyond pulling it off on their T side. They're getting their rounds, and this should be an 11.
So he gets the kills and saves the round with the AK, but he donates it and keeps the MAC-10 for himself.
Selfless guy, but it makes sense as well, right? Because they're up against USPs, so this is the chance to earn some money, and he's the AWP player, so you want him to have that stacked up cash. Not so much even just because he's the opper, but because he has the most cash on 2,900 remaining and didn't have to reinvest into armor. It makes sense that he wants to take the SMG kills so that he can pull an op out easily. I like that. A lot of teams don't do that. A lot of them are like, well, I have MAC-10, I play with MAC-10. It makes sense to distribute the cash accordingly.
Smoke's going in. KNTZ's walking into a trap. Maybe some kills. Flashbangs have come through, and I am Kind of surprised they didn't get a single kill off of that. Not a single kill overall. Nice little stat padding coming in. KNTZ's up to 15 kills. Myros is only on 5, by the way, and Olivia's on 24. A little bit of a rough performance from Myros, which is one of the impact players we saw yesterday.
I just imagine some viewer called Statting getting patted now by everybody.
Did they just replay the round? Are they redoing the round? No. They're just, wait, why are they reloading though?
I'm guessing there was some form of issue.
Huh.
I didn't see anyone with DC, so I'm not 100% sure, but I wonder, I think if both... Oh, QQ disconnected. Okay, so that makes sense.
Wait, so... Okay, disconnected, I guess, after the round? Wait, I'm curious, so if... If you're Beyond and you call not live, because you have a No, because I guess they played it out. I guess damage was done.
Yeah, they can agree, though. We saw it recently with Furia, right? Where, as controversial as it was, after a player had already been killed, they agreed to reset the round.
I mean, they won the round, though, so I don't know why they would want to reset it when they're the one that had a disconnect. It's like, you know, I mean, I guess like you can't really fully relate to it. Like in American football, you know, you score a touchdown, but the other team has a penalty, like cause a penalty. You're like, all right, well, forget the penalty. We want the touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Like they won the round, so they don't want to replay it.
I played American football for 2 years, Jason.
What? In Ireland?
Yeah, there's actually 2 divisions over here.
Yeah, American football or rugby?
No, American football.
Really? What'd you play?
Still have my pads. I was a corner.
Okay. All right.
All the receivers here are pretty skinny, pretty fast guys. So you just hit them. It's really easy.
I was a center for a little bit, just because I was a big guy.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Like, super tall.
That was the unlucky thing. We had like tall guys who were like, I want to be a receiver, and they're like lineman. It's like unlucky.
I wanted to be quarterback. I got quite an arm on me. I played baseball a little bit, played pitcher and catcher. I could throw like out pretty easily to second base. Played outfield.
I don't know baseball at all. So
okay.
You're just naming things here. But cool.
I played the lineman as well in baseball.
Just tackling people. Just he's gonna catch you, get him, Jason.
I mean, when you're the catcher, you can tackle people.
There you go. Look, let's get back to the sport. We're looking at the electronical sport, e-gaming, as
Capital
they say.
E or lowercase e?
Obviously a capital with a little hyphen between it, and then a capital G as well.
Wait, what?
All the way.
G?
No, it's actually a small e and a capital G, I think.
Okay.
E-gaming.
Oh, Aircast, this position. I like it. Plays on the corner of the smoke, gets himself 2 kills. And they just start winning some rounds here because they're starting to struggle. Obviously, like when the T sides are winning everything, the loss bonus is nice, but M4s cost a little bit more than the AKs. Obviously, you need the full belt of utility as well to stop any sort of rush coming through. So you get the man advantage. Lose a little bit of presence towards outside, but you can see them rotating over 9. Even having NCL in the vicinity to help out too. We still don't think we've seen a vent dive a single time in this game, which is kind of surprising to me.
And there they go. Just as you say, Jason. Ask and you shall receive. Down they go to vent. And for the B site, where they've already got control, bomb plant coming through from SDK after that opening kill, but he goes out with a flash in his hand. He did not expect them to be on ramp already. So a 3 versus 2 emerges. QQ ready. Oh no, he turns around at the wrong moment. This is a terrible round for Beyond. 2 players now lost in very unfortunate circumstances. And with Olivia on 2 health, his chances of pulling this off are very, very low. Somehow does 90 plus damage to 9 before going down. How do you found that kill? I mean, he very well could have won the round. So that was very awkward, especially because 9 was holding the angle. I really don't know how he got away with that.
Yeah, I think is he clutched out like a couple of rounds before too, so I didn't put it past him to maybe pull that one off as well. But look at this position. It's so nice, because you would assume they're going to be on staircase. So he gets 2 clean kills before they even notice where he's actually going to be at. At least another round. That was so unfortunate for QQ, and I almost guarantee everyone out there's had that moment, you know, in matchmaking, where you hold that position for such a long time, or you'll watch that angle the second you turn around. It's always so frustrating, but on the upside here for Beyond, they still have money to buy. They still have full belts of utility. They have an AWP for Olivia. Olivia's going to go for the quick peek right off the bat. I think the player just got around the corner in time and Has lived to fight another day. That would have been unfortunate for Tiger to lose a man right in the first few seconds of the round.
Beyond reaching the end of their tether. There we go. Olivia onto Cabal to pull the man advantage into their favor. Beyond get control of the ramp on the back of that. Facing individually, though. No utility down to block off 9, so he's good for a free kill and bails out to hold the CT spawn. That's going to be a hard angle to clear out as well. For Beyond, they're looking for B. They don't know about Urcast. Boom. Nice little shot by QQ. Quickly dealt with. The second player already down towards this site is NCL. He's tucked in secret towards that single door. QQ walking across, I think, could be his next victim. Looks like he's managed to find the timing and make it through cleanly as 9 falls. This round might just go the way of Beyond. Huge plays need to be had here by Dobu as the T's group up towards this side. If he can delay them, the flank from NCL could be huge, but hold on, they go down towards the vents. NCL's got a molly. He'll stop them, he'll delay them, doing the damage as he goes. 36 health left for KNTZ, the nade for good measure. And as they move up towards this site, do they check the vents? Yes, they do. Dobu, good for 1. He's got support coming up. Already in position. NCL gets taken down, though. Just one more from Dobu there. If he survives a second longer, they could have had the crossfire set up, but he went greedy out for the kills and got punished for it.
And now they've got no money. Beyond looking to get themselves to 13 off this. This flick shot out of Olivia. I mean, not as quite as crazy as some of the shots we've seen. You know, wrist breaking, but still impressive nonetheless. And yeah, I mean, Dobu, if he just held on it like a second longer, like you said, I mean, that would have had, he would have had his teammate able to come up the vent in time. Maybe could have won out that round, and I feel like we've seen Tiger saving more often than actually being able to buy up. Really not kind of daunting performance we saw on Mirage. We do have overpass as a third map if we do need it. And Beyond is looking to take us there, looking to get themselves a second victory and be undefeated. As Tiger currently 1-1. Look how it's still, again, how slow they're being. They realize they can't afford to lose too many players. A clean round would set Beyond up nicely to get up to that patented 16.
The only issue here for Beyond is that with a minute left, they have no map control, so they have to see something. But they're making the move immediately. It could devolve into an issue if they didn't, and then had to go quite quickly in towards a site. That's where you risk running into a stack, but they found ramp for free, moving to the B site, and Tiger will have to retake through secret. Now, in that there's an opportunity, it depends where Beyond go. They should have the, and indeed they do, I love this. So I was going to say, I don't want them to go into secret or try to clear any of these aggressive angles. They have ramp control. That's a lot of range duels on the retake up there, and they can hold for the long range. The one thing is that bomb is not in the best of positions to hold from ramp, so they do still need to dedicate players to site. That means pistols can still isolate some decently close range angles. I'd prefer a more open plant if they cover the doors at first, and then move up towards the ramp and just solely dedicate themselves there. Zeus down below! Dobu for 1 for 2! And that's great damage done. They end up putting Beyond down to 2 players. I mean, it was looking so clean. And that's probably the most efficient Zeus play I've seen, actually. That's gorgeous.
I like the pickup of the AK and the follow-up shot as well.
Yeah.
Dobu. Quick reaction there, and like I said, making it punishing for the T side, but Beyond still obviously gonna have the money to buy up. We're gonna be seeing Tiger go for it themselves as well. No op this time here for 9. Just gonna stick to the M4s, and the utility again, it's gonna be a little bit lacking here or there. Really prevent any sort of aggressive plays or any sort of retakes, or I guess prevent your retakes from being stronger. Really utility damage coming into Myrals with the grenade thrown in. We're gonna leave QQ again to kind of lurk, and that's what the style was out of Beyond when it came to Mirage. If you would see him over towards Palace, while the rest of his team is over towards B. Still wanting to make a play towards outside happen. STK looking to drop down. Main has been smoked off. He's gonna have a player towards CT9. He's gonna have everything to do here, but such a good opportunity to really shut this round down before it even really begins. Not gonna spot out a single player, and he's not even gonna be spotted himself. There's the first, gets the shot, gets the second as well, and I'm surprised he doesn't get peeked in from the top. STK will eventually clean him up, but not before the damage is done. An advantage here to Tiger, and Yeah, QQ walks out looking the wrong direction. This should be around here.
Where's
This
the
ball looks to get it one step closer.
Where's the coordination, Jason? SDK's in heaven. QQ walks out, as you said, looking the wrong way, but SDK should have been there to support. That's an easy trade. Now, he would have had to take a 1 versus 1 to the player that's sitting outside main, but there's a lot of worlds in which that player is then looking at QQ, and you get a free kill, possibly even the second follow-up. I was watching that the whole time, seeing QQ slowly push out main, I'm thinking, okay, or push out hut. Thinking, where is STK? He's walking. I can see him in the X-ray walking back towards outside, and that's just, you can't do that. Look, in this position, Dobu's completely incapacitated from peeking upper. The player that was towards main flicks over for just a second to look at it.
Maybe he thought SDK cleared that spot already. Like cleared the back of sight. But then again, why would you? Because he was looking up in towards the site too when he came out of hut. You know, QQ was looking like for anyone top of hut maybe. So that doesn't make sense either. I'm not sure.
It was very
I'm not
odd.
sure. Yeah.
It's those small little things that make your attack so much better. I should have looked in the replay. I didn't spot if they still have utility. If they did, then that's even more ridiculous that they didn't use any, like SDK lobbing a flash down. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that they didn't. But it is definitely a defining factor between Beyond and some of the teams that you'll see at the higher levels above them. When you look at someone like Tai Lu, like Vici, is the ability to come into those situations and make sure they're maximizing their potential. The vent dive, Jason, you wanted to see it. We saw 2 players go down before, but this time, well, 3 players go down, but not into the vents.
Oh man, that's. I mean, Olivia might get 1 kill,
Nope.
or maybe none. But again, the money. Olivia on 3,200, STK on 3,300. They didn't get the bomb planted like they were hoping for, that little bit of extra change, because they would have been able to fully force up into this round then because of it. And the question is, do they go for the save? Do they just go for some pistols? Do they force up? Looks like they will go for the latter of those 3 choices. Looking to prevent Tiger from getting 1 step closer to tying things up. Currently 13-11. This game, I mean, I can still see this going anyone's way. I thought it would have been Beyond's after, I think it was what, like 6-1 scoreline they had in the beginning?
Yeah, 6-1 up. Jason, you know, the thing is, if like this is pretty much one of the swing rounds. If Beyond take it, they put the CTs down to a mix buy in the next round, and then potentially they're going to be able to take it over the line by winning that one. But if Tiger win, then it's 13-13, because Beyond won't have the cash for another round. No, provided no bomb plant, they could maybe force up if they do get one. It's weaker weapons, though. They come in with a MAC-10, a Galil. They're focusing on utility for an inner take, and so they've still got a little bit left to go towards other parts of the map. But look how slowly they have to take it, because they've given up complete control. They dedicated all 5 players onto ramp. Now retaking in towards the hut is going to be some problem. There could be a player anywhere inside of team main. They could have pushed up outside. They've given up so much control. I really don't like this play, but luckily for them, Tiger have adopted a very passive CT hold, and so they will get the, well, I guess no real benefit from it, but they won't be punished.
Kind of the double fake coming through. STK gets down vent, though. This could be a little bit odd for the CTs to defend. Will make his way down. Pretty sure they're going to hear that as well, but he's going to fall before he has a chance to really accomplish much. We can see Cabal eyes trail directly on the ramp, and that's a second kill for him. Maybe looking for number 3 as well. And he gets it onto Olivia. That's a big player, one of the clutch players for the side of Beyond. He's on 27 kills. Amiros will get the finisher. Maybe would have been able to get the bomb planted. Oh, yeah, still got it down. Still got the extra money. QQ's going to fall as Urkash just swarms over the site. And that will be number 12. So, Mitch, we could have a tied score now at 13 apiece coming up. Unless we see Beyond go for the investment into something a little bit crazy. So we did see the one time where that quick vent dive didn't work out for him. Ended up losing out 3 players. And they've almost bought with less money, to be honest. But I feel like you just let this next round go and then fight on equal footing.
Definitely. If they manage to bring that round there down to a 1v1, that's the situation where I can see them force buying up, maybe even if they just got 1 more kill. But at the moment, they know the CTs have got a little bit of bank left.
Oh, okay.
I don't agree with this. You know the Tiger have got money for the next round, so the benefit here, you've got a lead. There's just no need Absolutely no need to take this kind of investment. And we've seen it from them on Mirage. Like, they've got SMGs. They're rushing into the op. Luckily, Cabal drops a nade that should do some decent damage. Down to his pistol. Run away, Cabal. What are you doing? And he finds them. He finds them all. Urcast is here to help. That's why, okay, I didn't see the quick rotate from Urcast. I was just watching his body language. Like, okay, they're rushing you. You've got an op. He takes the pistol out, but then he stands there waiting. Like, what are you doing, you madman? But luckily, he had the support. A quick play down from Hell as well. And like, why Beyond? Why have you done this? Please don't force buy now. But they only got 2 kills. When you find the 2 kills, let's pretend Beyond win that round there. Tiger is still going to buy. They're going to have the money to invest in. And so you're now 14 to 12 with what? If the chances, like, that would be a decent position, but the chances of them actually winning that round are so low. Just take deagles, look for kills. If you find 2 or 3, great. You keep the CT's economy low, and then you get a full buy up now at 13 to 13, and you can try and stop them. But instead, they go in for another mixed investment. It's Galil's ×3 and an SMG, 1 AK, no AWP to work with, which is, it's workable on the T side. It's not like on Mirage where they didn't have it at all. But I hate the economic decisions of Beyond. I feel like they're playing this as if they're against a team that they can out-aim, that they can completely destroy on an individual level, and that just isn't the case against Tiger. And I think at this stage, they should definitely know that.
Going for a quick inner hit, though. Angel Z getting caught looking the wrong direction. Dobu gets himself 2 kills, even gets it while blinded up. The QQ is going to respawn, but again, STK comes through. They do take the upper bomb site. Cabal with AWP, not going to really offer much support from this spot. He comes in, it doesn't catch on anyone, and Wolf, they force up yet again, and it might have paid off this time with the quick little play. Urcast now trying to come up vent. Ooh, spotted the head, and just retreats away, hoping that Cabal could peek in to help out. The smoke has dissipated, so they do have him to provide an angle, but they might be saving. I mean, there's only 15 seconds left. Urcast can't get really around in time.
Oh, he's on his way, but 10 seconds. Yeah, there's no way they go for this now. It's just a save and a good round by Beyond. Winning it out. They made it difficult for themselves. The inner...
Oh,
no, there's no time. There's no time, Cabal. You've just completely thrown away your ult. Well, that was a wild decision.
And Urcast gets caught too. I mean, they have money. 9's on 11K.
Yeah, but investing into that AWP is going to cost them quite a lot. If they end up actually losing this one, then they'll struggle a little bit. That was really great, though. QQ did such an amazing job that round. If he doesn't find those kills, they've lost it. And it started out so poorly. Then Molotov, though, on Dobu forced him to continue fighting instead of falling back. So whoever placed that towards the back of the site did an amazing job. Without that, I think the round probably doesn't go their way. It's that one small piece of utility.
If Beyond win this round, by the way, look at the economy out of Tiger. That could be the map.
Oh, definitely.
Likewise, if Tiger win this, they might be able to get themselves up to 15.
And to be very clear, that doesn't justify their economic decisions. They would have come into that round with a much better buy and a much better chance of winning, but it's worked out for them anyways. Now they're in a good spot. So yeah, as you said, they can close this out. They need this round, and it should be theirs, and we should go to map 3.
Oh, they're going to ramp again, and Cabal's not going to win the exchange this time. No Aircast there to help him out. Be making their way down towards lower, and Marvel's can actually push through the window. NCL's going to be waiting. He gets the first. So at least puts things in 2-1-2. He actually spots out the bomb, but he can't quite get the shot onto him. QQ gonna push the window. Oh, they go different directions, but QQ still gets the kill. In the meantime, NCL and Urcast have been able to pick up 2, and now it's down to the 2-on-3. Dobu, he needs this kill on a QQ, and he's gonna get it.
2v2, not an easy situation. Dobu in with another, though. And so it's all down to STK. He's trapped in the corner. They don't have a molly to flush him out of there. They're going to have to take the fights one at a time. The AWP on the back of the bomb site spots him out. Here's the peek, the swing, and Dobu with a 3rd kill, trading out his teammate, will get a defuse and keep Tiger alive. They can go and pick up that bomb now and come into 14-14, tied up, but Beyond have got money. That bomb plant has helped them out a huge amount, as they can invest fully into this one. No more worries for their money, at least not in this round. Oh man, Jason, this is getting very, very close.
Dobu and Olivia are both on 28 kills, by the way.
Unbelievable.
I mean, Dobu, he underperformed yesterday in their best of 3 up against Bren, but he's definitely stepping up now when they need him. But they're up against the buy-up yet again. This kind of worries me as well. Like, obviously, Beyond are trying to play for the win here. If they lose this round, what's their economic situation going to be like? Same for Tiger, however. So basically, whoever wins this round probably will win the map.
I don't think Cabal's comfortable holding down on ramp with the M4. He's already used his molly as smoke. He's only got a flash left. They're going up aggressive now. That's a risky stance for this round. It matters so much, and he's relying on spamming through his smoke, but it works out to start. Well, I mean, it doesn't get punished. KNTZ has lost a lot of his health. I think that was through the door, through the single door. A squeaky door as a 9 spam with the AWP. 5 health left on him. That's a good advantage early on. Tiger don't know they have it, though. That's the important thing. So at the moment, they're still very much sat at the start of the round. Oh, and Cabal got boosted up now. So the lack of utility, at least he can still hold here decently. 55 seconds left. Urcast, no need to throw the molly just yet. He's going to go around and spot it. Doesn't see anybody. Just waiting till he spots a player to lob that down. But the T's are grouped up towards A, and this does look like a hit. They've got players on T roof ready to lob utility over, and NCL might need that smoke to keep himself alive on top of the hood.
Well, Dobby has an incendiary thrown in. 30 seconds left. The smoke and incendiary. This is going to be tough because Tiger's going to have to push through something. There we go. Nade's being thrown in. The door's going to be open. Smoke, Molly's all being thrown in. They rush down the vent. NCL actually taking a lot of damage from the Molotov. He's going to fall to it. And the bomb is making its way down towards lower. This is unfortunate now because the bomb should be plenty or beyond. Looking good to take this round. Aircraft's going to try to come in. The nade's going to be delayed, though. As he looks to just rush straight in towards the side. There's going to be a man towards his right-hand side. He's going to fall to STK. And Beyond might have been able to pull this off. 5 on 3. And you can see Tiger immediately calling for the save.
That's a heartbreaking round for Tiger. I mentioned NCL might need the smoke to keep himself alive. Well, he just ignored the molly completely. Didn't want to drop down on Hut in case the players did start to rush on through. But I think that was probably a better alternative than just dying. But I guess he thought he had a safe space towards the corner on top, but unfortunately not. And the mollies have been great on A. Hitting up on top of the hut. I haven't seen who's throwing it, but there's one to the back of the bomb site, which won them around earlier by forcing Dobu out of position. And even that one exit kill that they just found on 9, it's inconsequential. That was more like an act of survival where 9 needed to find it to stay alive. Yeah, look. Oh man, so the fire wasn't there, so he thought he could safely back off. He was trying to play it slow as well and not get caught off by the players as he ran on top, but a little bit too slow, unfortunately. 15-14, Beyond on the verge of taking us to map number 3. They can definitely do it here. It's been an insane performance by Olivia, even without that AWP. A player that I was talking about yesterday, saying that the thing I love about him is that he is an opper at the end of the day, and he's a good opper. But when you give him an AK, he can deliver just as well, and he's proving that here right now with SDK following up. And these are the 2 players that, again, in the previous map we talked about as win conditions. Olivia's op, SDK's rifle. That's what got them such a good game yesterday, and that's what is pulling them across the line here on Nuke.
Last round of regulation coming up. Tiger fully invested into utility. However, weaponry going to be lacking. They are going to get very aggressive with aircast over towards ramp. Maybe expecting Beyond to play slow yet again, which, as we can see, might be perfect for him to take advantage of. Flashbang comes in. It does give him the extra time to cover some ground, but he's just going to back off with a deep smoke setup. And NCL even with a FAMAS. It's not looking too good here for Tiger, but might be wrapping into this. And 9, I think it pretty much comes down to him. If he can hit a couple of shots with his AWP before his teammates fall, is a realistic chance we could be going into an overtime. NCL going to be burning down to 44 HP. Now I'm going to be gifted maybe an opportunity for a shot here. And again, Dobu's taking some damage now, and Beyond such a big lead so far in this round. We're looking to take us to a map 3.
Oh, they lose one player towards the ramp. Cabal, not good for the hold, though. That ramp hold's been a big weakness for Tiger across the last couple of rounds. As 9 deletes May rolls, they've got the vents open for the drop down. They can at least go to support, but the run on outside is spotted by KNTZ. Beyond covering all their bases here, punishing Tiger on those rotates. They're looking for a player close vents. I don't know if they spotted 9. They might have seen the barrel as he came around. The AW... Oh, wow. They definitely did with that molly going down. Dobu's got so much to do with the AWP in hands. QQ on the right side of sight, going to left, right. He's switching it all around. And then SDK comes through to take the kill. This should be it. Beyond on the verge of pulling it off. They just need to avoid getting 1v3'd by Urcast. QQ still inside that smoke. Urcast hasn't got a clue. He's up close to it. And as soon as this starts to fade, he should be in trouble. QQ moves to the left side, though, gives an opportunity. It doesn't matter. Urcast can't capitalize, and 16-14 they go. Beyond with a great T side there coming